there feels like so much happening right now going on in our personal space. Like there's just a whirlwind of energy, and it's being sharp and critical with your words. And this feels like I need space to not be so mean. So I'd like to go ahead and get into the reading. So let's go ahead and get a deep breath together. And I just ask that we're grounded, present, and open to receive messages. Yeah, this is like just really just try different breath work, I would suggest right now, because particularly like the breath of the lion, I think that's what they call it, where you stick your tongue out and like just really let it escape, because it's wanting to. It feels like a boiling pot. Seven of Swords, Ten of Wands. What are you telling yourself to get by? Because whatever it is, it's like Seven of Cups, bottom of the deck. It's confusing, it's heavy, it's creating tension, and with this fire energy, it is just boiling. There's a sense of like self-protection here, but the interesting imagery, right? This person coming out of a coffin, and it's kind of like waking up after a long sleep, and you've been a little delusional. Maybe you've been living in a fantasy land, and that fantasy is finally just slapping back because reality hit. And when reality hit, you could no longer live in what felt like fantasy. I think as we move through Pluto coming into Aquarius, as it's been now, and moving through these early degrees of other outer planet transits, right? Moving into Aries, coming out of Pisces, like this is very much like, oh my gosh, like what what was I doing this whole time that I was just lying to myself? I knew it had to come to an end, but now it's like you're feeling the pressure. And why so much pressure? I'm just a little curious. Two of Cups, Seven of Swords again, Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Because you're having to take space from something that, while there might have been fantasies or delusions around it, it's something that helped you sync up with yourself, and you felt mirrored, you felt received, you felt seen, and you felt like you could be present and receive that presence back. It felt like equality, but there was something that wasn't right about it, right? And that's why Eight of Cups, there needs to be space. And again, I think a lot of this was about self-protection. What do we hide? What do we hold back? What do we tell ourselves? How do we manipulate ourselves into believing something? And so as you're taking the space away with the Eight of Cups to get emotional clarity, it's not like you're taking space and being done. You're taking space and trying to sort through the truth, what feels like an alignment. And so I'm curious. Seven of Swords has come up twice, so let's go ahead and, like, these just fell out. Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles. That's just something to keep in mind, I guess, right? Because it's that repeating of these sevens and these difficult energies of personal growth and the structure that we've needed to create, one, to protect ourselves, but to keep advancing and growing in our life. And because you're an individual that wants that and believes in growth and change, this is hitting you hard, but in a way that feels like you can be soft with yourself and remind yourself that, hey, I'm just learning. This showed me something. I can honor it and respect it. Strength, Knight of Wands, and Six of Wands. So much strength and passion. You know, this almost looks like it's fire energy, right? It's Leo. And it is that courage to be successful in your relationships and the things that you're passionate about. I think with the Six of Wands, seeing what you've achieved makes it softer. And just to kind of go back, I don't think this clarified the Seven of Wands. What is the Seven of Swords been about? We haven't seen the Seven of Wands yet. But maybe we will. Maybe you are standing your ground and being stubborn in, you know, your beliefs that you've wanted to hold on to, or the fantasies, right? The things that we've been disillusioned by or delusional about. So clarify the Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands and the Sun. So much fire energy, right? This is Leo again. Hangman at the bottom of the deck. What is being illuminated to you now that has kept you in suspension? Are you doing this on purpose? Are you keeping yourself there because it's too bright to look at? It's too much to see? You're too comfortable standing here surrounded by the things that you know you're comfortable with? The Hangman is going to keep you in that space until you're ready to let go, until you're ready to rise and change. After the Hangman, we see the Death card in the Tarot, right? And it's that transformation. But you have to be willing to go through the transformation. You have to be willing to let go. And letting go of the lies that you're telling yourself, that maybe, you know, this is for your protection and this is the brave thing that you can do, right? We saw strength, we saw the Sun. This is the thing that keeps things light. This is the thing that keeps things happy. And you keep telling yourself this. This is the mentality I have to do to protect myself. But what's going to get you out of that energy? What's going to free you of the stress? And you're exhausted. You're exhausted, and you know you've been exhausted, and that's why you put up these defenses in the first place, right? Of self-manipulation and telling yourself stories and living in certain fantasies so that things could be easier. But now it's time to wake up. So how do we wake up? Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, Seven of Pentacles, and now we've seen the full suit of all the minor arcana pentacle, seven cards, right? So how do you get out of this energy? You understand that this is a cycle. Things are a cycle. Sometimes we have cycles within cycles. Sometimes, you know, what this is showing most, what this Devil card is kind of like, you're so calculated and precise about how you want things to go. This is about control. And you can't control the turning of time. You can't control the clock, right? We can't press pause. We can't fast forward. We can't jump in the way that we think, right? That we can jump and control things. And allowing things to unfold and knowing that your vision is protected because you have these internal values that are already bringing you out of fantasy. It's like you're recognize that you're growing into self-agency, and you can make these decisions to be sovereign and whole and not dependent, but also staying open to the love and the things around you, right? So with the Seven of Pentacles, you don't need to control all of this that's going on. And that's what's going to help release a lot of the tension, is that trust timing, trust this faded energy that feels like it's entering into your life, to just push everything out and breathe it out. There's so much heat and heaviness that breathing it out is what is going to clear your head before you can trust your next steps. And just to get some clarity, what is the Devil card? What are the things that are coming up? Seven of Cups, Six of Wands, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And it really is just that fantasy and believing that you could be successful and hold this King of Wands energy in a place that is built on lies. And it's not like malicious intent, right? This was, again, just being softer. This was to protect yourself. If there's other people involved, I don't think there was ill intent. There was never any ill intent. There was just like lying to the self. And that lying, maybe you lied to that other person because you were lying to yourself, because you wanted to believe something so bad. And that in itself could just be the devil energy. And so as you face the truth and accept the truth, understand how this cycle is an important one for you to continue to lean into and trust that you have built the internal structure to be protected. And you're still going to feel pain, you're still going to hurt, but you're not going to crash out and fall and have to work so hard to pick yourself up again, because you've grown. All right? Much love.